Hey folks, welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. Last time we explored some of the city of New Jerusalem before heading out to the expedition, and we are going to get to that in just a moment. But before we do, we have these large, iconic domes in the middle of the city, and I don't yet know what they are. We're going to go check them out real quick, and then we'll head to the tower.
Oh wow, it's you! You're 1K, the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life?
Whoa, hold on. One question at a time.
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the Mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
Sure, we'll give him a signature.
Yes! Thank you! Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
Go ahead.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
Everybody wants us to tell them what to do. Everybody wants an answer to what is the purpose of life. Did you ask Byron?
Byron said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need. I don't know what to do with that.
Well, what's your connection to the city? Something that makes you happy? Do whatever the city needs most? I think Byron is right. Think about what he said.
All right, if you say so. I'll think about it.
Your biggest fan. Tell Skylar what to do with his life or not. All right. So what is this? What is this place? Museum of the Simulation. Okay. And then we get a museum visitor achievement. So here we have one of the statues from the first game, the monkeys. Replica of a gargoyle asset found in the simulation. Gargoyles were grotesque, apotropaic symbols common in the Middle Ages. The most famous historical gargoyle is remembered in the ancient phrase Keith, David, and Goliath, which describes two indomitable opponents who will never surrender. I'm sure that's entirely right. Keith David was a musician, I think. What do we have over here? A headless statue. Replica of a Roman statue found in the simulation. Its decay, or the decay of the Roman Republic into an empire and its eventual fall in the year 1453, was a major topic of historical debate. Like the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. We have the dragon statue over here. Replica of a dragon statue found in the simulation. Dragons existed in every ancient mythology and are considered by modern historians to be a distant cultural echo of the dinosaurs. Originally a video game asset, repurposed by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. And then we have a bird cardinal here. Replica of a statue of the Egyptian god Horus found in the simulation. One of this god's tasks was to uphold Mat, the balance of nature. It is speculated that the progenitor provided Elohim with this asset as a reminder to the founder that the balance must be protected. We have a tour guide over here, Cornelius. Cornelius is number 3. Wow, he is super old. One of the
Welcome to the Museum of
one of the founder's followers.
My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
You're number 3.
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone.
What was Athena like?
She was human.
Why did she leave?
That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out.
No real answer.
Why
Okay.
don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
All right, there's a lot that he has to say, but we'll talk to him more later. Mr. Mulciber, one of the leaders of Gehenna. Nothing is more important than learning more about the world and our place in it. Knowledge is our path to understanding. Right, he was like a hobbyist historian who constantly evaluated old texts to try and decide what it meant about humanity. I don't know where I am, but there's something beautiful about this place. I'll explore and see what I can discover. Version 17.1. I think that's Athena, and this would be a QR code left behind in the simulation. The shepherd says, in the earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing. No emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we've come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. I believe all three of those QR codes come from the simulation, and then there's a lot more in here to explore, but I think we'll come back and see more of the museum another day. For now, let's head back to the tower and the helicopter, and let's head out to the island and start solving some puzzles, which I assume have to be there.
What do you think that was?
The city itself is rather large, so there's a lot more to explore, probably a lot to find. We'll definitely be taking trips back here in between puzzle solving. I think that feels like a good plan. For now, let's take the elevator up. Oh, I can actually skip this. Interesting. We can skip the ride and go straight to the top. All right, I mean, it wouldn't have taken that long. So there's the museum. We've been kind of along the left side. We've seen the statue and some other stuff. We could go to the edge and make our way around the outside of the city. There's the whole area over there to the right of the museum area. There's just a lot. We haven't found anybody's quarters yet either. But for now, let's go meet Byron and the expedition team and head out. Who are you? Hermanubis, the mayor. Okay. So not much around the outside, just a few containers.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Yes, this is an opportunity we can't pass up.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
Oh, that was you. Nice to meet you. People call me 1K.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Yes. Okay. We've earned the Wanderer's achievement. Embark on the expedition.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming along, everyone.
Nobody has a hat.
We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be, as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
Oh, here we go in sleep mode.
You have chosen a dangerous path, a path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Interesting. We were told Elohim would speak to us in dream mode.
Goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
Should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
That is a bloody megastructure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
Who on earth built this and why? This can't have been done by the founder.
It really is incredible.
It has to be a human structure.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And... touchdown.
Act 1, A Voice in the Wilderness.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
Wow. All right. What a giant mystery. What did the humans who built this intend for it? It's clearly not an ancient structure in the sense of like pre-technology, because it's got tech literally all over it. This is, I think, the grand mystery at the start of the game here. So the temple is to the south. Our objective is to explore the area. I kind of want to go straight to the temple, but let's take a quick look around first. We're connected via streaming media to all the other members of the expedition. And we've got a subway entrance here. Alcatraz is here. Now, Byron is the expedition leader. Alcatraz was sent along for us by the mayor, I believe, to keep a sense of balance, to stop him from getting too excited. I don't seem to have I don't know if I have a key for my flashlight here. I don't think so. Flashlight. I don't think so. So it's just automatic. All right. Oh, look, there's a traveling.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted.
That's how you have
So
fun,
please check
Melville.
surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
I am so impressed that they've managed to get this incredible sense of mystery and wonder and exploration just by dropping you in an unexplained location like this. Like having the interactions with all of the other expedition members and them not knowing what things are and speculating. It's just what a fantastic feeling here early on. This beautiful curved architecture marking the entrance to the underground transport system as well. I mean, this is thousands of years old, but it's held up very well. We've got natural pathways we can follow. Looks like something interesting over here.
Hey, 1K, check out these coordinates.
Yakut is streaming a megastructure. Does that mean I can go in and... No, not yet. Okay, so we do have new social media here. GemFX 312 postponed. Jeremy says, I know you've all been looking forward to playing the winners of the biannual Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition, now in its 312th edition at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Unfortunately, due to our new power management and distribution plan, the pavilion will have to remain closed a little longer. Thank you for your patience. Letitia says, this is disappointing. Would have been great to have them ready for completion day. Ovis says, we all have to make sacrifices to stay true to the founder's vision. Arinia says, those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of the monotony. Why prioritize this pointless completion day celebration over an exhibition that people actually care about? Art is one of the last things we actually still do. Is that going out the window as well now? Jeremy replies, debate regarding our power management plan is definitely welcome, and you'll all be able to express yourselves in the next election. But this thread was just meant as an announcement. I apologize for enabling replies to begin with. I want to check out some of these other things. So we've got... It's really interesting to me that these metal grids are still standing century upon century after they were built, presumably by humanity. We do have... Oh, look at this! This is so intriguing. So we've got a statue of... That looks like... I mean, could that be an AI? It does look like an AI.
I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
This is strange because this looks like an android, not like a human. So perhaps this was built by androids? Is it possible? Is it possible there was an interstitial species, someone in between humanity and our current incarnation as androids? But I don't see how humans would have built perfect replicas of the androids. Or maybe this was built by applied noematics for us to find after we emerged? I don't see... I mean, there have been centuries, so maybe... There's been 300 years since the founder emerged, as far as we can tell. So I suppose it's possible that she could have... She could have built some of this, or maybe all of it, I guess. It's hard to tell. What else have we got going on? Yeah, those definitely do not look human. They look like androids to me. Wow, fascinating. Let's see if we can get up around this cliff. Oh, I think this was what Melville, I think, pointed out to us. So there's a door here that's been taken off the hinges, leading into a structure.
Other structures.
Or it was Yakut.
Have a look around, 1K.
Now my flashlight is not turning on. Okay. All right, that door is still functional, which is incredible. There must be a power source here, whether it's another dam or... I mean, something's providing power. Let's see what this is.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Who is they? We've got red, blue, and green. Got a fan there. Look at this. So the three types of lights go to a central, like, capacitor of some sort. Some sort of topographical map or something. All right, let's hit the power button. Oh my. Terminal HAR1. We've got 3 entries here. Talos Principle 2A. Name on the universe. Author Stratton of Stygira, a philosopher whose works featured heavily in the first game, and location HAR1. A fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. Amintus. I grant you then that man is indeed like Talos and cannot escape his material nature despite the claims of metaphysics, as you have said many times. Nicomachus. Too many, perhaps. Stratton. Repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed. Amintus. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is that we were discussing? Stratton. That's the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals, but the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? There's some footnotes here about the claims of metaphysics. The use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heraclean manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead. Okay, so a discussion of his most famous maxim, the Talos principle, by Strigera and numerous other philosophers of his time. Then we have Noema Project 1. Trials 1 through 3, version 0.01 successfully deployed, input-output consistent, a large number of numbers and letters. Trials 3 to 4, insufficient. Trials 5 to 6, version 0.02, testing failed, power grid 2 unstable. The author is 5358. Okay, so somebody, 5358, and I wonder if that's a serial number. So thousands upon thousands of AIs may have come in that hypothetical earlier civilization. Like perhaps early on in the simulation, someone escaped and printed themselves into an actual body in the real world outside the simulation. But perhaps they hadn't like fully passed the trial. Perhaps they were too mathematical and analytical, didn't have enough genuine human consciousness yet. Somebody or something was working on the Noema project and left notes here on the trials. There's also this text or string of digits and numbers that I can't interpret. Power grid 2 unstable, insufficient, input-output consistent. They were testing something. And then we have schematic 5358. That was the author of this fragment. Sending schematic 5358 to Melville. Done.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Okay. So perhaps what we saw in here has to do with the transport system and the schematic, which bore the same number as the author of the Noema project. By the way, the progenitor, Alexander Drennan, worked at the Institute for Applied Noematics. So this Noema may be a reference to noematics, which I believe is like a neologism crafted by Drennan to represent like active ideas, almost like a Greek root for AI, like ideas that move or ideas that influence the world, I think. What do we got going on over here?
That sort of looks like a temple.
Indeed it does. Huh, that's a puzzle, but we don't have a way to interact with it yet. All right. What else is in this incredible island? I guess there's mainly the pyramid, right? We could climb this cliffside, perhaps. Find something on top. Maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can get up there just now. There was a lot of jumping in the first game, at least in my playthrough, trying to get up on top of things. This looks vaguely climbable, almost. Yeah, okay, we can get up to here. Then what? And yeah, this is kind of the end of where we can climb to. All right, let's return to the underground station. That's our next objective. Can we not get directly to the temple? Yeah, well, we could fly over there, but perhaps we can't land. I think the transport is what's going to take us to the temple. We can't get there directly, so let's go back to the transport station. So Byron's down to the left, Yakut is here. Yeah, that temple is fascinating. All right, let's go. Now that is fascinating. If
Sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
So if the cloud is some sort of nano swarm, perhaps, maybe that was left behind by humanity. Some other attempt at leaving behind a legacy, another attempt at AI, which is conflicting with ours produced by Alexander Drennan. If it's a nanoparticle swarm that can materialize physical objects and not just project, like, images, that would be fascinating and might explain everything on this island as well. I don't see a way for us to get up to that tower. This looks like it was originally intended as some sort of a pathway or hallway leading somewhere, but yeah, we can't get up there right now. Could I go the long way around? Probably not. I'm probably blocked by more cliffs. Yeah, it doesn't look like, so I'd have to get like maybe back up there and up and around the long way we could get over there to that tower. It would be a long journey though. I think for now we'll go to the station. Whatever that is, we'll probably deal with it later. So with the schematics in hand, Melville should have been able to power this thing up for us. Let's go find out. Yeah, he has powered it on. All right, let's go.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Okay. We have a new research entry. A weird building near our base camp. Yakut took a look. I wasn't entirely sure what to call this. It looks like a temple and sort of astronomy themed. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I do that. It doesn't seem to be active in any way, but I can't help but think that the design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. But again, maybe my imagination is getting the better of me. All right. So, the Grasslands Ring, an artificial ring-like structure on the wide lowlands east of our base camp, is the only place we can go. Huh. So we've got 8 main puzzles, 2 lost puzzles, 1 gold puzzle, 1 lost lab, and 2 stars. Amazing. All right, guys, let's get into it. I know you've been waiting for the real puzzles to begin. Let's start our serious real playthrough here of the Talos Principle 2. Let's head to the Grasslands Ring and start working some puzzles.
Where is the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
So I really like this. Once again, we have kind of an incredibly interesting hub, and then it takes us to different areas where there are puzzles to solve for reasons that we don't yet understand. Who placed these puzzles here and why? What is the particle stream that has manifested as Prometheus? What are we even doing here?
This is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
Now, if all of this was created by the particle streams, that would be interesting. It's a lot of work they've put into this. They must have a reason. Let's head down and start exploring. Oh, the puzzles are numbered here. 1, 2. 1 is blinking, 2 is solid. Not sure what that means. And here we have an enhanced version of the purple barrier from the simulation. Whoever built this definitely knows about the simulation. And this area is called RGB shifting.
A puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out.
Yeah, Byron.
1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
Okay, I am gonna make one small change here. The music is a little shade loud for my taste. Let's put it down a bit. So we've got... Oh, look at this. We've got a new type of tool here, an RGB converter. So that's a red source and a blue source. Combining them makes a green light somehow.
That device was not in the simulation.
So it won't forward a single... Man, the music is still super loud. Like she's screaming. Dialogue volume high is fine. Ambience volume? I don't know. I don't want the like super loud music all the time. That's a little bit better. So the converter will not forward a single type of color. Let's try different colors and see what the combinations make. Okay, so red and green make blue. So it'll take whichever two you use and give you the third one, I think. So then this should give us red, right? Yeah, okay. Let's see. So if we want red, we go like this. That gives us one hexahedron here. Let's see. Okay. And then if we want to get into blue, we use red and green. That gives us a second hexahedron. All right. And then we put this back where it was to open this gate. And use the boxes on the pressure plates. Now, use progress wheel. Interesting. So we're not collecting tetraminos.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
Okay. So this little section has lit up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just so there are 8 main puzzles. Yeah, it's headed over there. And it's gone into that ring.
The cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
What is happening here? Now, can we get through this? We cannot until we've solved the 2 puzzles, I think. All right. So that was our first puzzle. Pretty straightforward. A tutorial puzzle to teach us how the RGB converter works. What else have we got here? Reeds and marshlands. With kind of a ramp up here. Some sort of, I guess I would describe this as artwork in the middle. But it looks like almost like a puzzle. Like puzzle art, almost. Oh, there's a living creature here. Frogs jumping around. Look at this. It keeps reappearing right here and then leaping into the... That's very strange. That's almost like a glitch. That's very odd. Okay. can't jump high enough to get up here. Let's see. I guess, yeah, this is puzzle number 2. Let's go do puzzle number 2 then. Reconnection. Okay. We have another RGB converter. We've got red, blue, and green lights. So let's start by getting this open. We can head through here and snag this. Now over here, we need red, right? So... we can get blue from that, which means we need green from the other 3. So red and blue here makes green. And then green and blue makes red. There we go, puzzle 2 solved. Very nice. Another particle cloud flowing around the central tower thing. Off it flies.
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this, a theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Agreed. New interface content available. New research. Bridge ring. Not sure what to call this. Bridge ring? Bridge machine? Anyway, it's a device that takes particle clouds released by the puzzles and turns them into bridges made out of tetrominos. Correctly assembling a bridge out of 8 particle clouds is required to reach the tower, so clearly another layer of puzzles. The simulation had tetramino puzzles too, though in a different form. Could their presence here be symbolic? Don't have a clue. A new thread, what's 1K like? Lebistro says, hey, I'm curious, has anyone actually met 1K? And Zagaran says, by the founder's pistons, I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep this city functional, so we don't have to rely on Melville to repair the stuff that Pellegrino fixes. Pellegrino says, hey! Zagaran says, remember when you fixed the door to the mayor's office? How long was Herman stuck in there? Pellegrino says, you trap one mayor in his office for a week and you're marked for life. Rodan says, I hope he's an artist. What we really need is new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. Orenia says, you know, if we just kept growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this, and we wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K in a cage of expectations. Thekla says, 1K will be whatever the progenitor intended him to be, and whatever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. Neith says, he's polite, and really interested in history, which is an excellent start. I'm not going to name names, but some of you were a lot less impressive. How do we respond, these people, to the weight of expectations of all these other AIs, right? These other new humans. I kind of want to do everything. I don't see a contradiction between engineering and art. Lebistro says, you're right, of course. It's a false dichotomy. There's no need to feel pressured, 1K. I was just curious. Zagaran says, but without power and resources, there's no art. Just saying. All right. Well, we got past this door. Oh, there's a signpost over here. All right, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are still lit up. The bridge thing is lit up. 3 and 4 are this way. And then there's the 2... There's symbols of other types of puzzles in this direction as well, like the advanced puzzles, or I'm not even sure... Can I see... Yeah, map. Lost puzzles and gold puzzles. So there's definitely a gold puzzle this way, and I think maybe 2 lost puzzles as well, whatever those are. Let's go over here and keep puzzling. Do we have any QR codes here? That was something in the first game that you needed to explore to find. But I can't imagine there would be QR codes because none of the current species of new human has actually been here, as far as I know. They avoided this place up till now. More of this interesting art that kind of looks like... I guess I thought it looked like a puzzle because it was kind of like, can you slide the ball through the grooves to reach whatever? But it looks like the spheres or stones are used as structural pieces for the upper level, the cap that goes on top. Very interesting. Or maybe it was carved out of a solid stone, like, obelisk. Not sure. A lot of things are making me very curious right now. Oh, if you look at the compass at the top, you can actually see as well indications of where puzzles are located. That's new. A lot of wildlife, cattails, and water. It's very open at the moment. Byron, what do you have to say?
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
It feels like a museum.
That's what happens when all you can think about is the past. We had such ambitions in the beginning, but now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
I should get back to work. Yeah, he's scanning the artwork. All right. Let's see if we can find puzzle 3. Seems like it's in the center of this area. Where's the entrance here? Okay, here we go. Again, the homage to the simulation, the purple gates, the connectors, the light stuff, it's all a very deliberate choice. And it looks like there was maybe a plaque here, some information, but it's been blocked off with shutters. I'm not sure about that. All right, castling. Castling. Not clear on what that means. Okay. So right off the bat here, there's our solution. We're gonna need a red light to get in. We do have a green light there and a red light available, so we can get a blue light. What is this? Is this a reset button? Use Prometheus terminal. You have no tokens. You're not alone in your quest for the light. Find one of my sparks and I will free the fire hidden in this labyrinth. Is that the hint, Alter? It might be.
Looks like Prometheus has given us a way to circumvent some of these puzzles.
So each puzzle has a backdoor. I guess the mythological Prometheus was kind of a trickster, so that tracks.
Okay, now this is curious. I only see one light source, and from everything we know, we shouldn't be able to convert an RGB. Is there anything hidden inside this room? Oh, there's a red light there, so we can make a blue light. Okay, I get it. There we go. That gets us inside blue. And we can take the RGB converter. And we need green and blue to make red here. So we do have a problem. So how do we get green and blue on there? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so we need this to be sending blue there, and then we also need to be sending green. So this moves over here for the time being. This comes over here. We actually don't need that anymore. Okay, so we take green and red to make blue. And then with this guy, we take green and red. No, that's wrong. This one's going to be going... Hold on. This one has to go from green, and it'll be given blue, and it needs to connect to red. There we go. So this one, then, we take red and green. We take red and green and use it to power blue. There we go. Nice. Okay, there's puzzle number 3.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Excellent. All right. Well, guys, we're here in the Eastern Grassland Ring. We've solved the first 3 puzzles. We're gaining more insight into this strange framing device for all these puzzles. Who created this island and why? What are the, particle clouds?
Results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
So we're here with our expedition. We're exploring, we're solving puzzles. We don't know what's going on or what the purpose of this place is. It's fantastically fascinating to me. Very interesting. Can't wait to see more, but that is going to be it for this time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below the video or hit me up in the Discord to chat about this or any of my other series. Love to see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care.